Hi there. Well, once again, this is a bit of a rehearsal for the Saturday night concert that we're going to give. So I want to talk a little bit about, or set this up a little bit by talking a little bit about the song. This song is called San Francisco. Wrote it in I guess around 2011, recorded on my first or second album. I think it was the second one. And you know, there's two parts to every song, right? And when you add those two parts together, you get a whole that's bigger than both of them. That's kind of the way I see it. So this song has a narrative. Now the narrative is about a time back in the late 60s and 70s when I was hippieing about and staying in the Venerable Stanley Park in Vancouver, and started to get hassled, I guess, by policemen on horseback, because that would be the RCMP, and a Vancouver mayor who was pretty well opposed to hippies in all shape and form. So anyway, we decided, we had a guy in the campsite, we used to call it, we were adventuring, not homeless. And so off we headed down to the US. We figured we'd go to San Francisco because that's where the action was at. Crossing the border was quite the experience. I remember one of the border agents saying, "Hey, you got to bend over and pull your pants down," and that sort of thing. I said, I'm not doing that. He said, "Well, do you want to go in the US or not?" And I said, "Well, okay. I'm not sure what you're going to find, but my guess." So then we headed down to San Francisco, and the rest is kind of explained in the song. Now, when it came to the music, we came in the studio, Mark Nakamura's studio, where they're in Coxwell in the old theater there, and Russell Gray, who was really the musical director on this album, he said, I see part of this as being a real extended jam because the whole song only has 4 chords. They are, the net here, and for your edifications, we're on the 4th fret if you're playing one. And it's just really got 4 chords to it, G, A minor, C, and G. And there's a D thrown in there when we have a bridge, but not a complicated song. But it really lends itself to a kind of a jamming kind of narrative, and you'll see that as the song goes on. So, and to appreciate these are session musicians who are, getting paid on the clock and that sort of thing. But anybody who's had experiences with the seasoned pros knows that they respect their profession. They want it to be right as part of their resume, but it's also because they love the music. Because it's a tough business, and it was still a tough business, in 2012 when we did this album. All right, so. San Francisco, get down the way. I hope we make it by night. I have been waiting all this day. I can see it inside. Golden Gate Bridge is orange and bright. That color makes me feel fine. Into the city we seek out the light. In Ashbury and on fire, summer of love, winter rain, Eastern of power, and back again. We're all confused 'cause someone changed the game. Winter of love, summer of rain. station is that? There's a crash pad where we can't stay. There's no rent to pay. It's a rent strike. Just find a mattress and lay. Hell's Angels and Panthers, the SDS. Hey, we're all here, ain't no room for the rest. Somehow the speed has replaced it all, and everybody is on edge. Winter rain, peace died like the game. Somebody dies, changes the game. Summer love, winter rain. Let's go down to LA. It's time to move on. The music, put it on. Summer love, if you're ready.